Hey friends and family, right before we even begin in this video, I just want to say, dude, it's so awesome having a channel where you can just kind of talk to people, and have a community. And I kind of regret almost naming the channel after my name. I mean, I'm the host. I mean, obviously I make the videos, but really it's not the Sky Show. It's like all of us. At least that's what I try to make the content about. You know, if we agree, if we disagree, it's really about the conversation, the dialogue. And that's what we talk about, games and stuff. That's what I want to do. So hey, today we're doing the same thing. Today's topic, you clicked on the title, you know what it is. And this is a conversation. Please meet us in the comments below, as always, guys, as always. But we're going to be talking about, are Facebook games actually PC games? Now, normally I will do one of those like Facebook games that aren't even games at all, or, you know, I title it something similar to that. But this time, I think it's a bit more debatable. I mean, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it, but really, immediately, I'm going to say it's definitely not just like, you can't just broadly say yes or really no. I mean, kind of like, I mean, don't be shy. You can say so in the comments below. That's okay. But I'm just saying it is going to be on a game-to-game basis. And if I just see you simply say yes or no, I'm going to assume you mean just kind of broadly, like generally. But there are, I will tell you right now, there are actually some very legitimate Facebook games. And if you want to take this time to just kind of list them out in the comments, that's cool too. Maybe we'll do a top 10 or something. But I do know that a lot of Facebook games and also transitionally mobile games tend to kind of, okay, people want to say garbage. They're not great. They're not great games artistically by really any stretch of the imagination. So some of them debatably are even games. That's why I have that series where it's like games that aren't even games, you know, stuff like that. But here, actually, there have been well, I don't want to say slew, but there have been a few games that I personally played and that I actually had a lot of fun with. Now, some of them are going to be copycat games, probably a lot of them. Some of them are going to just really be lackluster games, indie games, whatever. But what's really fantastic about Facebook is that actually Facebook has been a great platform for video gaming. Not maybe as a whole, but for very specific games, you know, indie, I guess, companies kind of launched off of Facebook. There was this time a little bit ago where I guess browser games were kind of becoming really, really popular again. And this was because of the Chrome Web Store, also because of Facebook, and also because people were playing and sharing the games on YouTube and stuff, and sharing it on Facebook video. So this was a cool time. This is when around Don't Starve was coming about. It was on the Chrome Web Store, but there was also AirMech. AirMech was one of those games. It was browser-based, also on the Chrome Web Store, and like it's on everything now. But there's some games that kind of slip through the cracks, and actually they're pretty legitimate and cool games now. So one of those games I want to talk about is called Dragons and Titans. I thought it was a neat game. I thought it was really cool, man. Dragons and Titans definitely kind of shows some age now, but it actually has like some cool challenge modes. Where you can actually just play single player, and really for a MOBA, this is an action MOBA, by the way, where you pilot/fly a dragon, and it was an action MOBA, and it played probably better than any other browser game that I've ever played, aside from AirMech, another unique MOBA that I played. So yeah, this was actually on Facebook. I played it on Facebook. I enjoyed it, and there was actually a number of action RPGs and a couple of other like cute, actually mostly action RPGs. Generally isometric view games. But I really enjoyed this game, Dragons and Titans, because I don't know, it actually had challenge to its challenge modes. I like challenge modes, and the fact that it had single player to its MOBA component is something that I'm praising Master for, but Dragons and Titans kind of did it first. Also, it has mix-matched sort of abilities. So half your toolbar, half your kit is the weapon you choose, and then half your kit is the dragon you choose. So there is a decent amount of like, I guess kind of like customization a little bit, and your playstyle can change radically based on those two factors. I mean, hey, if you have your skills, you can switch and swap them. Heck yeah, dude. So anyways, it's a really interesting game that I think fell through the cracks because it was just a Facebook game. It launched on Steam super late, and I think the same thing happened to AirMech. In fact, I think a lot of browser-based games are really falling through the cracks, not just Facebook games, but there are decent, like very serious and very legitimate PC games that happen to be browser-based or happen to be a part of a platform like Chrome Web Store or like Facebook. So it's just kind of sad that some people will just downvote threads like that because, yeah, this video is kind of a response sort of to a thread that was on PC Gaming. Reddit.com/r/PC Gaming. Basically, somebody said, why are Facebook games banned from this subreddit? I think it is possible maybe to play Facebook games on mobile devices, kind of, sort of, not really. It doesn't, like, some games are, like, if it's a Facebook game and it's meant for mobile, like, they're gonna have a mobile version of it. They're gonna have a mobile app. and I don't think it's really going to run that great. I really think it is meant for PC. It's a browser game meant for PC or desktop browsers. If you have a Windows phone or something, maybe it'll work. I don't know. Anyways, for me, and for this guy, he was like, why is it banned? Some Facebook games are actually really cool. And literally every single comment was people laughing, like just typing ha ha ha. The mods were just like, nope. And just everybody was completely, entirely dismissive of the idea that a browser game or maybe a Facebook game could be a legitimate game when there are. Now, I guess I can say the examples I want to use, those games are no longer just Facebook games, but at one time they were Facebook games. Now you can download them, and a number of games actually are moving away from browser-based and then download-based, such as Quake Live. I think Drakensang now. I think RuneScape a little bit. I don't know if that's just old school or RuneScape 3, but a lot of browser-based games are moving away from browser-based, even though with HTML5 and a lot of like new software and coding and I don't know, black magicry, we can have some amazing games that play on desktops. And since there's so many like I said, tablets, and there's like interesting 2-in-1s or Chromebooks or 2-in-1 laptops that are also tablets, we have so many ways to have access to these browser games and play them, actually play them as if we're playing on a proper PC. And yet we're moving away from that when really we should be making more accessible games. Like, why not? Why not make a game that's completely accessible to everyone ever? And it's just kind of sad. Maybe it doesn't work for every game, but there really are some good games out there. I'm sure some of you guys are going to mention some. Now, mostly, I will agree. If we just say Facebook as a whole, it kind of is toxic, a lot of it really is false advertising. In fact, I've got this giant folder I'm thinking about releasing this video. It's just a bunch of proven false advertisements from video games. And not all of them are Facebook games, but most of them are browser-based games, yeah, or mobile games. So I understand the stigma with Facebook games, and I can't even say you should go explore it because it's so hard to actually search for good games on the Facebook store. Have you guys ever tried to search for a good game on the App Store? People make apps to curate other apps so that you can actually find the good ones. There are really good games on mobile devices. There are some that personally, like, I'll stop playing Overwatch or I'll stop playing Dark Souls and I'll be like, yeah, I genuinely want to go play on my tablet. Like, my tablet is a gaming device. I play on my Nvidia Shield, and the game I'm thinking of right now is Sniper vs. Thieves. I think I mentioned that way too much though. There's a number of other games that I really enjoy, some early access, some multiplayer, some not. There are good mobile games and there are good Facebook games, but it's just the way, it's so hard to actually search for the good ones because really on Facebook, money's power, they just advertise. Yeah, that's actually going to be for videos too. In fact, I just made my Facebook page, for my Skylent games. You guys want to go click in the links in the descriptions there, you can go join my Facebook. I got cool memes and stuff on there, and I share my videos too. But I found that I can just spend money to literally just get views on my videos. Like, I just share, it just spams and advertises my videos and I get views. And really? Oh man, dude, Facebook is so pay to win. So I can definitely see why broadly, maybe most people will consider Facebook games not real PC games because you don't really download them and you can't really... But at the same time, there are some very legitimate browser-based games. I actually did a top 10 browser-based games list. If you please would go watch that, such as Little War Game. I like Little War Game a lot. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. There's Tag Pro. There's a bunch of IO games, and yes, some of them are on mobile devices, but a lot of it, probably most of them, are on browsers, and you got to play on browsers. And you gotta, a lot of them, you have to actually, there's mechanics to them, such as Brutal.io, which I had a lot of fun with, is physics-based. I don't know if they'll put it on mobile, but still, there are some very legitimate games. Facebook, otherwise, I don't know. But, the platform of Windows, of just PC in general, it's really accessible to play browser games, and I feel like a subreddit or a forum or just anybody, if you're in a conversation and they immediately scoff at you because you are talking about a browser game, maybe Facebook, maybe Chrome Web Store, whatever, there's lots of different places you can play this. Itch.io, oh no wait, does Itch.io have it? Yeah, whatever, anyways, there's lots of different places like Newgrounds where you can play those Flash games, those mobile games, and you know what was really surprising is that literally in that forum post, somebody said, oh, should we consider Flash games actual PC games? Yes, you should, because Castle Crashers, Alien Hominid, those kind of games came from Newgrounds. They came from that heritage, from actually playing on the browser, and they were legitimate games. Okay, well, I don't know, it's called N+, but I think it was just called N. It was a stick figure ninja game. I played N+ personally. That came from I just can't believe it, dude. There are some extremely good games. In fact, when I was in Full Sail University, and I'm going to end the video on this, when I was in Full Sail University, the vast majority of games that we were told to play, to analyze, and to try to emulate, and to try to really learn from, because they were groundbreaking, almost all of them were, they weren't downloads, they were browser games. And they were pretty fantastic. They were pretty amazing. The browser is a powerful tool that I think a lot of people aren't taking advantage of, and I think people who consider themselves gamers or even hardcore gamers or PC gamers are completely omitting a massive library of games that they can search through, and there's definitely some gems, you know, in the rough there. There's definitely something to be found. You gotta sift through the sand, absolutely, but there are some pretty interesting games on Facebook even. So for me, I'm just gonna say, maybe I can't say no or yes either way, but basically, there are some very legitimate PC-specific games on Facebook that if you're just laughing at people who talk about Facebook games, that's unfair because some of them are cool. And you know what? I bet some of those games that a lot of people play, you know, like what about like this crime scene investigator? I haven't played it, but is that actually legitimately good? I don't know. Like is it like a point and click kind of story thing? I could get behind that. Either way, guys, I don't know. You shouldn't laugh too much at an entire platform, because there's gonna be something special somewhere in there, and you're just too lazy to find it. Anyways, guys, can't really fault you for that, because there is a lot of shit. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Really do hope you guys are having fun with the videos, and I'll see you in the next one.